Hello, everybody. Average Gamer here. Just want to do a quick little video about the new skill tree system. So, for those of you who do not know, the skill tree has been postponed 1 month. It will no longer be coming out on February 21st, on the February 21st's, the thingamajiggy. It will actually be coming out in March. I think it's going to be March. I'm just bringing up my calendar here. Actually, I think it's going to be March 21st. Wow, that's kind of funny. Yeah, I think it's going to be now March 21st is when the patch is coming out. Which, to me, no big deal. They're pushing it back just due to feedback and things like that. Some of the positive and negative information that they've received. I know one big one that I've actually thought about and I actually think is a good idea. Don't know if they're going to do it. Is having separate skill trees for the different... the different types of mechs. And what I mean by that is like, you know, your lights, your heavies, your mediums, and your assaults. Getting a different one for each, which is a good idea. I think later on down the road they should give each mech its own skill tree. Just because every mech has its own little thing. One concern a lot of people from the community have, which I really don't, to be honest with you, just from the way I look at my own builds and my own mechs and stuff, I realize it already happens anyways, and that's boating. People say that it's encouraging boating and all this stuff, and I say to those people, and I even put it in the comments a couple of times, I'm like, how do I not boat then on my Archer 5W? Or my Archer 9R? How do I not boat on any of my Black Knights, who all have nothing but energy? How do I not boat on my Rifleman? Is it the 5D? Yeah, my 5D, for example. So, boating already happens. It naturally happens. It's one of those things where everyone wants uniformity in the weapons they're firing. It happens naturally, and it happens by accident. It also happens on purpose. So, yeah, it still does, though, support and enforce boating a little bit. I think I mean, there's ways probably they can modify that. How, I don't know. But in the end, maybe, you know, it's one of those things where you might just not be able to do it in the first place. It's just one of those things, unless you have specific AC2, AC5, AC10, AC20, etc., 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 Ultra, have them all separate, or even, to be honest with you, I don't know if you could generalize the tree it is now, you'd have to make it like 3 times larger and mech specific to stop boating, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, so that's one of the big arguments. Cost is another thing. People are complaining about the costs of mechs in comparison. Like, it costs the same to spec out a Locust that it does a Kodiak 3. And obviously the Kodiak 3 has the advantage on everything except speed and maneuverability. Other than that, Kodiak 3 has the firepower, the weight, you name it. It's got all, you know, almost all the things, right? Especially when it costs so much less, though, to purchase a Locust in comparison to a Kodiak. If you can afford a Kodiak in the game, you're going to have a hard time then immediately upgrading the skill system, right? I mean, Kodiaks are, what, they're 15? Oh, how much are you, Kodiaks? Off the top of my head, I don't remember. 15, 16, yeah, 15 to 16 million, yeah. So, they are pretty goddamn expensive already. So, one of the things that it comes down to is, well, that's one's gonna miss a little bit. I don't even remember ever seeing this Kodiak. Ever. Wow. Before. Interesting. Anyways, so yeah, so it was one of those things where, is that really fair? Is it fair that a $16 million mech costs $9 million to upgrade, but a Locust that costs basically 1.2, 1.3 million, or 1.3 to 1.4, costs $9 million to upgrade? So there's just people talking about the fact that the cost to weight ratio literally is off. So maybe have it set up so that there's light costs, medium, heavy, and assault costs. That was another thing. Some people had some issues about the fact that the skill tree itself, as it slowly progresses down, it's basically just 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. And that's it, right? So, maybe a gradual increase or decrease in the amount of rewards that you get. Probably increase, obviously. Which brought in the whole cost. Again, in regards to should the cost increase or decrease the higher you go into the skill tree. I am one of the factors of it should increase. Cost-wise, I don't know exactly how much it should cost, or if it should still cost the same, but just set it up so that it's back-ended, meaning that the last thing you unlock would put it to the 9.1 million, and then whatever you unlock at the beginning would be a small fraction of percent, would be a partial percent, like a percentage of the final unlocking one. So skill tree 91, or even at the very bottom of the skill tree versus the very top option of the skill tree, not specifically skill point 91 versus skill point 1, but the actual blocks and the hexagons there. So a lot of criticism and stuff like that. So I like the fact that they're taking time now to reevaluate and push it back a month. What I'm scared of, and what a lot of people are scared of, is that this is going to turn into Energy Draw 2.0. Those of you who don't know, Energy Draw was supposed to be replacing the heat system. That just disappeared. They stopped talking about it like a couple months ago. They were doing tests for it, and it just disappeared. It just went away. Like, it's gone. So, who knows? Who knows? They have said that it's not going to be like Energy Draw, where it just kind of got postponed, and now it's just kind of on the back burner. But it's being postponed only in just 1 month. It's good. I like it. The fact that they're saying, we're going to push it back 1 month only. We're going to take everyone's information into consideration. We're going to do another PTS, and then we're going to push it out. Which is good. I do not mind that whatsoever. Now, I hope, obviously, that the changes they make are good. I mean, I already like the base of where they are now. I don't want them to see... I wouldn't like them to see, like, major changes. But, little tweaks, little modifications here or there would be, a big thing. It's one of those things where they have a good foundation, and little tweaks here and there will be good. Like, what if they release the skill tree instead of the way it is now? Released it so that your lights, your mediums, your heavies, your assaults all had specific or separate skill trees. So lights had a different skill tree than mediums, etc., etc. Then, say for example, hero mechs had their own special skill trees, their own special special heat trees associated with, or skill trees associated with the lore of that specific mech that made them good, that made them amazing. Then, in a month or so, put it to the community. Say, okay, we're taking the mechs alphabetically. Inner Sphere clan. We're taking one Inner Sphere clan, one Inner Sphere light, one of each assaults and heavy, medium, all that stuff, and we're gonna slowly roll out a skill tree, personalized skill tree for each one of these mechs. If you have one of these mechs, it's gonna automatically respec it for you. So you get all your GXP back, you get all your XP back. You get all your stuff back, and it will have its own specialized tree. That wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind that. So for the first month, right, it would be the Adder and the Commando for the lights. For mediums, right, you get the Blackjack and the Huntsman. Oh no, Hunchback 2C. Sorry. You get the Archer and the Cauldron Born, aka the Jaguar. You get the Atlas and the Dire Wolf. Wouldn't be too bad. And then for heroes, you just do the heroes. So I mean, you would just do the heroes, for example, either next month and release it, or just do the hero for that specific chassis. So you do your commando hero, then you know, or even do just like 2 heroes a month, 4 heroes a month. When you hit that chassis, just redo that chassis. When it comes to that chassis heroes skill tree, so the commando will be done, and it wouldn't take long until we got all of these heroes done. I mean, there's a lot of them, and it would take a while, especially with the freaking Phoenix Hawk having 2. And who else has 2? Someone else has 2. Yeah, the catapult, the dragon has 2. The other 3 have 2. And the other ones have none, eh? But anyways, so it would be something good. It would be something amazing. It would be something that you would now have another reason to get a hero mech as well, right? Because that hero mech has a specifically built-out hero skill tree that maximizes its lore. You know, I'm trying to remember which hero mech it was that had like a crazy retarded ECM, because the guy was just that good at ECM control. You know, it's something that, you know, we could look forward to. It's like, oh my god, next month is the Arctic Cheetah and the Firestarter. Oh my god, that's going to be awesome. Or, you know, it's going to be the Awesome and the Executioner. Okay, well, I preferably would be excited about the Awesome, for the record. I know people that would be excited for the Executioner. But, you know, it would be something that would help push things, right? People be excited. And then have people give feedback into the forums about, this is what we want to do for this mech. What do you guys think? And then people in the forum say, you know, it should have the following specific quirks. In lore, the Awesome was good at blah, 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 blah. You know, and then have it so that the Awesome itself has a specific tech tree associated with what it was, you know? And I would be 100% happy with that as a pilot who loves his Awesomes. I love my PPCs and my LRMs. That's what Awesomes are pretty much about. And large lasers. Large lasers, PPCs, and LRMs. and lots of shooting. But anyways, that's it for this episode. I advise you, if you have any feedback, to go into the forums associated with the PTS, and you have also been on the PTS. That's the other thing. A lot of people that were complaining about the skill tree haven't been on it. They're looking at videos and seeing from people on it. Go try it yourself as well. Because just because you see something, you may have misread or misseen or not understood something. I had that happen in my own stream, where people miscommunicated or didn't see properly what I was doing, because I was unlocking mechs, for example, with GXP and not XP, and people were freaking out at the fact that it's GXP that I was unlocking mechs with and not XP, right? And they were figuring out that it was going to be way more longer and stuff like that. So, clarification and cleaning up of details is a good thing as well. Always a good thing. So yeah, PTS postponed a month, due for obviously for constructive modifications, things like that, which I'm looking forward to, and hoping to see what they change. We should hear something probably in the next couple weeks about what the change is. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next episode, next video. Bye bye.